This is my old popcorn tissue box cozy that I crocheted years ago. I'm going to do it with my Icord instead of crocheting it. I'm going to have a go. So you need to make a long load of white Icord, red and yellow. Then what I'm going to do is get some foam, because I think this will be quicker than sewing it. I'm going to put it up there, wrap it round. This is just plain foam you can get from anywhere, and then I'm going to draw a line here so I know where to cut it, like, and do that all the length of it. So I'll need to cut a little bit more. I've only got this colour, or else I would have done it in white. So I'll cut that out and show you what I mean. So I've wrapped it round and there wasn't quite enough, so I've just matched that up to the other piece and just cut the same width piece. Put a bit of hot glue on, stuck another bit on to continue wrapping it round. Then you're going to just put some hot glue here, cut it and stick it so it's all covered. You're just wrapping it around basically and sticking it with some hot glue gun. Then with one of the pieces of the offcuts I've cut into 2 strips, I'm going to put some hot glue around this top edge of the foam, and then I'm going to stick it on like that, and I can cut the excess off after, just to give a bit of support for when I put the popcorn on the top. Right, so I've stuck that down, turn it upside down, and then get your pen and just mark so you know what to cut off. Cut off another couple of bits of stick it on. We'll just trim that bit off there, and then that's it. You've got a base to cover to decorate your tissue box. Lengths of Icord in white and red for the stripes and yellow for the popcorn. Doing your Icord in the long lengths, what I do is lay them across, measure it, allow for a bit extra at each end, and then snip it. And then you're going to cinch up, go around and, you know, pull a little bit out from it and cinch it up at the end, and start at the bottom, put a strip of your hot glue, and then you'd stick it there. This one, well, it should be white, this one. I'm doing 2 white and 1 red all the way around. So stick it at the bottom first, so you're getting your bottom nice and level and flat, and leave some overhang at the top, and then cut it. And like this is mine, takes a bit of time. I think it's going to be worth it. It's going to look good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cinch these together and just slightly fold them over and glue them down, and then it'll look neater for when we put the yellow popcorn on top. And we're going to sort of manipulate it for it to look like pieces of popcorn, but we'll get to that later. So you need to do this first, all the way around. This is the colour foam I had that I used. Let's continue sticking them around. It's nice and neat and level at the bottom. You've got these open bits at the top. We'll sort that out in a minute. You get that bottom how you want it. I mean, you can measure them and cut them properly to length and then stick them on, but I think this way is better. For me anyway. My glue sticks off eBay in bags of 100. If you can sit down and do them all like I did, sort one end out ready, it's more enjoyable. That is going to work out perfectly. Right, so this is what we've got. Take the little whispery bits off. And this I've just created myself. It's not anyone's pattern or out, it's what I've just created. I've just thought of doing. Now you can see I've trimmed them all, sewed some over, and then I'm just going to glue them down. These ones here I need to do. Unravel it, just check you're not pulling it on too much, just so it slightly goes over. Recut the end there so I can get it through my needle. You're just going to go through each loop so you can draw it up. Like that. Tie it off in a knot or just weave it down a little bit like that. And snip it again. And then that will be stuck down, you see, like that. So I need to do that with them all. It's finally coming together now. If you don't have any Icord maker at all and you don't want to buy one, you can just crochet a chain and do a couple of rows of single crochet to do these. You can do that. So this is what we've got so far. I've stuck them all down. I've just took it off to show you. Check it fits on with these. So this is a Kleenex tissue box. The ones from Aldi and the ones from Tesco will fit it as well. It fits over nice and easy. Now we've got to put as popcorn on. Right, so I've pulled a little bit back. Through the loops. Like we did for the side bits. See, that'll be best. So start there. No, we don't have to hand sew it, we can glue all this on. It's on my finger. Right, I've twisted it and manipulated it as much as I think I can. So I've cut the I-cord. And now, can't see right. Just going to sew it like back on itself and then tack it down somewhere. Now, you need to make little bits if you want to position anywhere else. But this has just saved us doing them all individually. Right. So I'm just going to cinch round here, thread it through each live stitch and draw it up. Okay. Then cut the other end. Do it about here. Do a big ones and small ones by cutting different lengths. Sorry if it's blurry, I don't know why. Same again, cinch it up. Sew it through. And same with the other one. There's no right or wrong way. And tie them in a knot. And then you can either snip them bits off and use the glue gun, or you can sew it onto whatever bits you want. You could have a bit falling down here, a little puddle at the bottom. That's what I had on my old one. If there's anywhere you think, oh, I could do with a piece, you can glue gun it on top. Would be easier to glue gun it. So that's all you do, is you cut little bits of this at different lengths, cinch each end, and then you can just sew it down in a certain way, or just tie the two ends in a knot. If you do it small, if you cut it small, cinch that, and the two ends of yarn, you bend it tight in a knot, you'll have a perfect little ball. Okay. Right, everybody, this is the finished one. I sewed some little pieces on and some little bits on top. Hope you can see it not blurred. And I'm really pleased with it. I think it's turned out really good. So this is my finished popcorn tissue box cozy. And I think it's turned out really well. I'm pleased with it. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Send me any comments telling me what you think, and that would be great. Until next time, bye everybody, take care.